Hey guys, what's going on? It is Monster Shark Gaming here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I know I don't really do a lot of UFC content anymore. It's because I just can't stand the game. it's just bad. It really is. But I have some potentially good news. Also, it's nothing confirmed, by the way. Make sure you know that it's nothing confirmed, but it's something that's extremely plausible. Very, very, very likely to be true. EA might be working on, EA Sports Canada, of course, might be working on EA Sports UFC 3. Now, like I said, it's nothing confirmed, but there's some little things that are showing that it might be true. If you guys saw, Cajun Johnson and Dennis Bermudez have gone in for mocap stuff. Now, the only reason a video game developing company would have someone come in for mocap is if they were working on something. Now, I highly doubt they're putting new animations into the game. They put in the Stockton slapping them in a monitor into this game for additions. But now they had Cajun Johnson like a couple months ago, I believe it was. Yeah, like a couple months ago. And now, just like 2 weeks ago or something like that, they had Dennis Bermudez in there for mocap. So, again, they only bring in guys for mocap if they're working on something. Doubt they're working on this game anymore. I haven't seen a patch in a while. It just seems likely that they're working on EA Sports UFC 3, and I think that's a good idea right now. Add some more fighters. Try to make a couple hot patches every once in a while. Don't focus on this game too much anymore. Just focus on the next one, because this game is a lost cause, just like the last one was. They kept trying to improve the last one, and it didn't work. They just need to start from scratch. Like they can't use anything from this game. They need to start from scratch. They need to. The one thing that I could say that is spot on great is a submission system. Submission system, I don't see any problem with it. You actually have to read patterns from your opponent, all that kind of stuff. You have to actually. It also depends on stats if you're gonna be more likely to get out or not. Like the cat and mouse game you got in the WWE game, and as well as Undisputed 3. Yeah, it would be smart if they just focused on making the new game. I would expect for it to come out early 2018, considering that's their thing, is that they're going to do UFC games every other year. Instead of every year like WWE does. And I think that's the smartest thing for UFC, especially since, you know, some guys only fight twice a year, and that doesn't give them time to develop a lot. Well, you got guys like Max Holloway, Donald Cerrone, Neil Magny that like to fight 5-6 times a year. So that's good for them if it was yearly video games like that. But again, with champions, most champions only fight twice a year, usually. And you know what I mean? So doing it every other year gives them more time to develop, more time to make a name for themselves. If they made the game, if they only did 1 year for let's say for the second game, so they did the first game, came out in June of 2014. If they only waited 1 year, and in 2015 they released the like middle of 2015 they released EA Sports UFC 2, Conor McGregor wouldn't have been on the cover of EA Sports UFC 2. He just wouldn't have. They would have picked a champion. So that's something to think about, is how different 1 year can do for a game, or just for the cover athletes, or just for the sport of MMA. It's just crazy to think about. So I hope they keep true to their word and they wait until 2018 for the release of EA Sports UFC 3. And if they can't get it right on that one, I'm sorry, EA, but I'm cool with the developers. I haven't talked to them too much because for the simple fact that they haven't been ignoring me, but they've been ignoring what my problems with the game are. And that's why I kind of just gave up on trying to talk to them and everything on Twitter and all that. If you guys remember, I've gotten inside information from one of the developers. Straight up just told me some things that nobody in EA has released. Not even the Game Changers knew at the time, because the Game Changers didn't go out to Canada yet. So it's just some crazy shit that I knew before anybody else did outside of EA. And, you know, some of them, like 3 of the 4 devs that follow me on Twitter, plus EA Sports UFC's Twitter actually follows me as well. 3 out of the 4 devs, though, so that would be Brian, Jeff, and Jazz have all come to my streams before. Jeff only came like once, and, you know, Brian and Jazz have come multiple times, especially Jazz. Jeremy's never shown up in my streams or anything, but we've talked on Twitter. I'll talk to all the devs on Twitter. And, you know, they're awesome people, but they just can't seem to get the UFC game down right. They just can't seem to get this. They just can't seem to get it right, and they don't see some of the problems that players see. And in all honesty, I want them to grab this game. I want them to go ahead and play it for a solid week, online, unranked, to see how people play this game, see all the exploits, see all the things wrong with this game. See how terrible backside control is. If BJ Penn was like that, or if his head was pure red, and I'm over there pounding on him, like if his head's that red, and I attack once in backside control, even when he's blocking, it's over. You can't. It's over. Like, you're done. Your arms don't take damage at all, and you're still done. It just doesn't make sense. I understand there's a blocking stat for a reason, but the fact that it's 100% of the time if your head is as red as can be, and if you're blocking standing up, you're not going to get knocked out. But if you block while you're on back side control on the bottom, yeah, you don't have a chance of surviving, really. It's terrible. So, and also, of course, the striking's off in this game. It just doesn't feel fluent. It doesn't feel very good. Sometimes you can get like cool combinations going and be like, yeah, this is awesome. But then most of the time it's just not. But yeah, again, so it looks like EA might be making UFC not undisputed. EA Sports UFC 3. Again, I really hope that's the case. I really hope that's what's going on. I think it'd be really good for EA to do that. Focus on that. Be a very smart decision. And you know what? That's really all I gotta say on the matter. Is I hope it happens. I hope Demetrius Johnson is the cover athlete. McGregor already had his spot on the cover. I would assume that they'd probably do McGregor again because he's just such a huge name, the first ever double champion in UFC history.
Here it is one more time.
And you know, I would assume they're going to try to put him on the cover again. But I think the person that deserves it the most is Mighty Mouse. I mean, 9 consecutive title defenses, the pound-for-pound best fighter in the entire world. So, that makes sense. But, you never know. But anyway, I don't thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, comment. Let me know what you think about all this. Let me know if you really think that, according to all that, EA is really making EA Sports UFC 3. Or if you disagree, let me know. If you guys just have any other opinions on the matter or anything you guys want to talk about, let me know in the comments, of course. And, of course, subscribe. And make sure to share the video. Make sure you share the video with everybody you know. Maybe they'll find this interesting. Maybe they want to know what's going on with EA. I'll probably try to talk to the devs a little bit more. I guarantee they're not going to give me any information on EA Sports UFC 3 if there is any information on that. But, again, do all that stuff, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.